In the previous episode, we defeated Plan Terra, and in today's episode, I think I'm gonna go do Golem. Potentially. Possibly. We'll see. Also, we just got a traveling merchant that just arrived. I've been looking for things from him, so we should probably check it out. Anything? No. All right. Well, I'm getting tired of him not giving me what I need. So I'm just gonna capture him and put him in our piggy bank, because that's what we do with traveling merchants who don't do as they're told, right? So what we need to do, we need to go into the jungle over here. I need to look for more life fruit. It's unlikely that I'm going to find a bunch, but it's been fairly sparse as is. We got to go down. Do I have my key? I do. I still have that hallowed pylon. What am I doing with that? Let's just put that away. It's taking up inventory space. In fact, maybe I should make a void storage at this point. I don't really know what to do with all this other stuff that I've got. Oh, a traveling merchant has arrived. Oh my goodness, are we about to enter an endless? Where is he? He has arrived, is what it said. Okay, he's not here. There he is. Wait, was that him? No, that was the... Oh my goodness, my game. It's minimized. Okay. Is that the... No, that was a wizard. No, that's not them. There he is. Aha, he thinks he can hide from me. So today's episode could be a short one. Gonna be a short one, hopefully. I usually say that, and then it never is a short one. However, we got him. Just had a long day. Just had a really long day. Actually, I have a funny story to tell you guys too. But it's a story of how I almost died. But let's go head to the jungle and start headed down that way, and we will go from there. I swear, if another one shows up, I'm golden, because I think I can make the item that we need with summon a couple of spiders with 3 of him. I think it requires 3, because it is a crafting material, which I find very funny. So I almost died today. Let me tell you about how I almost died. So today is Shatter Day, where I go and play Star Wars Shatterpoint at my game store, my local game store. I have a bunch of fun doing so. And usually I just bring a couple of like protein bars. I get these protein bars from Costco that are delicious. One tastes like a donut. And I take them with me, so that way I'm not ordering food at the restaurants that are nearby. Because, you know, if I'm ordering like a pizza or a calzone, that's like at least $10 right there. And if I'm doing that every week, you know, I'm spending $40 on food every week at that point, just doing that. And that's just the food. That's not including a drink or anything else. And then the other issue we run into is that it's a 30-minute drive there. It's like 26 miles. So then driving like 50 miles there and back. It's gas, you know, it gets expensive when you consider if I'm doing that every Saturday during a month. So instead, I just, you know, try to save as much money as I can. I brought some protein bars, right? Except today, of all days, I brought protein bars, but I've restarted some weight training that I was doing before, and I've just been like really hungry, because my body's like, feed me, Seymour, right? Well, unfortunately, it was just not, my protein bars were not enough for me. I needed some additional food. So on my way home, I called my wife. I was like, hey, do you need me to stop anywhere? I use that as kind of like a, don't tell her this. I use that as kind of like a, if you say yes, I'm probably going to stop and pick up food kind of thing, right? It's like my give me permission to stop and get some food. So she said something about like going to Publix, which is if you're outside the US, it's like a grocery store, like an uppity grocery store. It's like, oh, I don't really want to do that. And coming back from the game store. Remember, this is all about how I almost died. Coming back from the game store, I have 2 ways to go. It's a split option. It's the same distance both ways. I either go north over a bridge and back down around to where our house is, or south over a bridge and up north to where our house is. It's like literal equidistance. Sometimes I choose to go north, sometimes I choose to go south. I always check the GPS and see if there's like bad traffic. So today, I decided to go south. She told me to go to Publix. I said, well, no, because there's not a Publix on the way. Okay, fine. But that area that I go through is covered in new construction. So on the way back, I notice, oh my goodness, I'm at a light. And this Publix that they had built just opened. It's over there. I could just go to Publix. And then I start thinking, oh, I could just go to Publix. And you know what? I can get some food. I'm kind of hungry. I'm really hungry right now. And that was my determining factor. So it's like, all right, let's do it. I got that life fruit. Nice. Let's do it. Let's go to Publix. I'm going to pick up some like fried chicken or something. That's because their chicken is really good. They have a deli that serves pretty good food. So I was like, I'm going to get that. Get to the deli. Pick up the rest of the stuff we need. And at the deli, there is Cajun, or not Cajun, sorry, it was Tennessee style. Now, if something says Tennessee, like if it's a Tennessee chicken sandwich, or in this case, it was Tennessee fried shrimp, it means it's spicy. And not like ridiculously spicy, but like it's got to have a kick to it. I was like, okay, that sounds delicious. Let's get that. I'm really hungry right now. That was my mistake. Because I get this shrimp, and I'm driving home. I eat, you know, a couple shrimp. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's got a good kick to it. That's pretty good. I like that. It's tasty. I'm also really hungry, so everything's gonna taste good at this point. And then I get down to the bottom of this container with the shrimp, and the bottom like 10 shrimp are just completely soaked in whatever the spice is that they put on it. And I was like, oh, it's really oily, but I think if I just kind of ignore pacing myself on this and just kind of go ham and eat a bunch, I'll be fine. So I just quickly ate 3. That was my mistake because I immediately got bad hiccups. I started sweating profusely, and I'm like driving home. It's like dangerous at this point. And I almost died. I swear. I've never had a reaction like that to spicy food. For whatever reason, that food was just supremely spicy. And I had a moment where I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, why did I do this to myself? I feel like if I get to the point where I have to pull over, like I'm gonna have to call my wife and be like, I think I'm dying. I'm like considering next steps of I might be dying here. I need to consider how to get home. That's how bad it got. But we did it. We got home. Everything was fine. I wasn't dead. We're all good. Although I did admit to my wife that I almost died. And that I felt like I was being a little bit of a wuss. So I let her try some. She confirmed it. It was really spicy. So it wasn't just me. So we can make bee wings because we got those tattered wings. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. And we got melee speed on these ones. It's quite nice. I feel like at this point, I really need to go through my inventory and just drop a bunch of stuff into my stash because this isn't quite working for me. I'm not running mage at the moment, so I'll get rid of that stuff. Hold on to that. I've not been using the astral map since I got it. I've actually forgotten that it exists. Let's see. We could probably get rid of the bottomless healing potion, honestly. I'm not using it. I'd rather just use up the 150 life ones. I got almost 60 of them. Yeah, and I think I will get rid of some of the rest of these for this particular thing. Because I could just always come back for these accessories. But at this point, my poor inventory doesn't know what to do. Not sure if I thought I summoned spiders, but you never really know. So let's go ahead and head back down there and continue on with pushing through. Actually, you know what? Before I forget, do I have any... I have hunter potions, which is fine. Do I have danger sense? I do have 3. How do you make danger sense? Cobwebs, shiverthorn, bottled water. How much shiverthorn do I have? Oh my goodness, get away from me. Danger. How many can I make? Oh, easy peasy. Okay, so 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Craft. Give me that. Give us the permanent danger sense. Gotta love it. Oh, it's beautiful. Now, I don't have to worry about running into traps constantly because then I'll actually be able to see them. You know what? I really like the thematic idea that the jungle temple is like heavily booby trapped. I think that's so cool. And it's, again, it's very thematic because it, you know, you think like Indiana Jones. What do you think? A bunch of traps in a temple. Like, it's perfect. I don't know if I've ever really considered that before. Maybe I have, and maybe I've actually said this exact same thing in another video. Sometimes that happens, but yeah, it's just kind of cool that we can have these situations where we have a thing in this game, which is a fairly interesting game, all things considered, when you think about like its whatever the heck's going on with its bosses and the lore and whatnot. But then you have a thing that is very thematic. Like, hey, let's do this jungle temple and have all these traps and whatnot. And I just like it. Traps are kind of annoying, but it's just kind of confined to this one little area, and it feels like a challenge, and I like that. I don't know how well this is going to go, but we're just going to go crazy. Let's go ham with the melee weapon here. Hope for the best. I have a feeling that this weapon is actually going to be kind of good. At least mildly insane. Especially if I can get some true melee going on. It's a little harder to do with the golem, but yeah, you just gotta keep it up. We don't have like insane clear damage for like a lot of AoE, unless we're all up in there. But, you know, that's one hand down there. With the next one. Trying to aim a little bit for the body, because the body's pretty low. I should have put a platform in. I hadn't really considered that. I meant to grab platforms on the way back, but, you know what they say about the plans of mice and men. You forget it on the journey or something like that. That's how that book goes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is bad. There's so many projectiles. I'm actually gonna die here. I'm gonna die. Yep. Hey, you know what? We got plenty of summons though. I can't avoid the projectiles. I don't have a way to reset my flight. We would have done that with a platform, I feel. All right, I've come prepared. What I've done this time is I've got the insta-actuation. I don't know how they want you to pronounce that. Bomb. Basically, it's gonna give us an area, like an actual boss arena. That is part of the problem that I feel like Golem suffers from, is the fact that his boss arena is fairly randomized. It's not consistent with how big or small it is. It's just kind of there sometimes, and it's often really weirdly shaped. And the boss is balanced around that sometimes you're gonna have a really small arena, so like how do you make that work? Which is why people tend to find the boss to be fairly easy, because when they have a good arena, because it just happened to spawn like that, it makes the boss significantly easier, right? Nothing too crazy about that. But I feel like if the boss arena was more consistent, like it was always a certain size, then you could turn up the difficulty of the fight and make it a little bit more complicated. And I think that would be really cool. But that's, you know, I'm not red. I don't balance the game. But that if I were to mod the game, that is, I think, something that I would make, or try to make more consistent, where the boss arena for Golem is always the same. Always. Like, it just, like, no matter what, if your world is a different size, like you made a small world or whatever, it's not going to change the effect. I don't think that actually does, but in case it does, like, I would make sure that that doesn't change anything and it's always the exact same. I think that would be very helpful to making this boss just cooler. I think some bosses in these different mods for Golem are fitting. I think they're okay. I don't think there's anything to write home about. The Fargo's Soul Mod one was pretty okay. I didn't think that one... That was the one that they modeled after the Undertale boss, I believe. But, again, it was just kind of difficult, but it wasn't crazy. I think the coolest one that I have seen, I saw this in, goodness, last year sometime when someone recommended me do the Inferno mod. Was it last year? I don't remember. Time is a flat circle. They said, hey, if you want to kind of see what's been improved here, go watch the Golem fight for Inferno. So I did. It's got like cool like Donkey Kong platforms that come out and like go up across the... It just looks so cool. I love that kind of thing. I wish more mods would do something crazy like that and just kind of add in cool mechanics just to make the boss so much better. But yeah, that's kind of what I feel. Did I just throw all of my torches out somehow? Or did I actually run out of torches? I don't think I've ever run out of torches before. Was that them there? Torch. Maybe I ran out of torches. Wow. All right, well, that's weird. Okay, I think having one platform here. No, I have 175 torches. What was that? Oh, I see. It wasn't, I get it. It's because those blocks are actuated, so I can't actually place anything over them. Gotcha. Makes sense. That's how they did it. It's clever. I like that. That's fine. Whatever. All right, I gotta clear this out, though. There's so many enemies before I spawn this boss. Maybe if I... Wow, why are there so many here? I don't know if there's an end to them. They're just gonna keep coming. They're coming out of the walls, man. Maybe I just hit the boss summon and hope for the best. All right, here we go. Cool. We'll hope we kill the other ones with our projectiles. Hey, we did it. Okay, you know what they say? Second time's a charm. I think I'll leave in the second half of that fight because the first half we've kind of already seen. Okay, let's go back now that we've got that dead. Oh, we got a slime ring. Can I go cancel this event? I don't really want to deal with it. So let's go pop over here, cancel event. Thank you. It's not worth it for me right now. Let's go open this up. Got our pickaxe axe. We got our beetle husk, because I'll probably go farm that out to get our beetle armor. I think that's going to be an upgrade, obviously. Got our shiny stone. Yeah, feeling pretty good. We got 6 more summons with that boss fight if I so need it. We also got a golem fist. Golem fist is kind of an interesting weapon. I've used it once or twice. It's okay. But I think this ethereal, or eternal sword, rather, is just so good. There's really no reason to not keep using it. Let's pop all that in there. Cool, I'm feeling really good about that. I think, what are we gonna do next? We've done the golem. I could do Atlas, potentially, because now I can summon the stone fist, right? Because I've got, oh no, I still have to do Martian Madness. Not ideal. Maybe I do the Martian Madness event. I could also do the solar eclipse, maybe. Trying to think now that we've killed Golem and playing Terra. I mean, we could also go to... Wait, we can go to the dungeon. I have a lot of things I could do. Maybe I'd go do the dungeon and maybe I do Atlas. I'm not sure. I don't want to get too far ahead and have Atlas be super, super easy. Atlas is the last fight of this mod, and then we're just going to blast through everything else real quick, and then we're done. So we're pretty close to moving on to the next mod. Which I still don't know what it's gonna be.